There are many benefits to being the parents of one of the most famous pop stars in the world, but you are still susceptible to severe stress and serious illnesses. No one knows that better than Scott and Andrea Swift. Although Taylor Swift has been a phenomenon for many years, like all young, aspirational musicians, she was once a struggling artist. Although there were some significant obstacles in their path, her parents Scott and Andrea were committed to seeing their young daughter achieve her goals. For instance, in 2023, Scott's 2005 email correspondence surfaced again. Daniel Dimtro, Taylor's former manager, revealed the email while suing her for allegedly receiving inadequate pay. Throughout the message, Scott Swift comes across as bitter about having to stay at home while his wife travels with Taylor, who gets the opportunity to travel to New York, New England, and every great appearance. He wrote in his writing, "Not your father. Impossible to fix hair. Dad speaks too much. Who finances travel to New York? Dad." Friends, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel before we move on. For me, it's really important. Thankfully, the family dynamic didn't last forever, as Scott eventually established himself as a mainstay at many of Taylor's most significant events. Taylor Swift grew up on her parents' Christmas tree farm in Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, in what appears to have been an idyllic childhood. To her parents' dismay, she was keen to leave town and pursue a career in country music from a young age. "I started relentlessly nagging, begging, and pleading with my parents to take me on a trip there," she confessed to Time magazine in 2014. "For me, this is a realization of a dream." After Taylor secured a development deal, it became imperative to allow her to follow her aspirations. Thus, Scott and Andrea Swift bid farewell to Pennsylvania and exchanged their fir trees for the sweltering summers of Tennessee. It couldn't have been easy for the entire Swift family to say goodbye to everything they knew, even though everything worked out in the end. Celebrity families are essentially public figures by association, for better or worse. Given this, it should come as no surprise that since their daughter gained notoriety, Andrea and Scott Swift's relationship has been scrutinized. According to a 2011 tabloid Star article, they were divorcing. According to a family friend, Taylor has been through a lot. Her parents' divorce will be depicted in her new album. Additionally, the family friend disclosed that Andrea and Scott had actually broken up some time ago. Even though they were no longer wearing their wedding rings, they were eager to keep the news to themselves. The relationship allegedly broke down because Andrea traveled with Taylor frequently. However, they decided against filing for divorce out of concern that it would harm Taylor's career. Since neither Taylor nor her parents have ever made public comments regarding their relationship, it is unknown whether they stayed apart or even went through with an official divorce. In any case, they seem to get along well because they are frequently seen together, encouraging their daughter at different occasions. Scott Swift's daughter shared one of his posts on her Tumblr page in 2019, exposing his private Facebook account. Taylor quickly removed the post, most likely the moment she realized she had let her hordes of fans know about her dad's account. However, it was too late, since a few Swifties had accessed Scott's private profile and taken a few screenshots. Some of Taylor's posts were a bit more controversial than the rather innocent status update he shared about tricking his phone's step counter. Right-wing memes about immigration, Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, and Blue Lives Matter were discovered by fans. Left-leaning Swifties found these memes offensive, and Scott came under fire from the screenshots. Taylor has a history of endorsing Democratic candidates and regularly funding liberal causes, but she has never commented on any of her father's Facebook posts. In the end, Scott deleted his account, which might suggest that there was a lot of tension going on behind the scenes. Does it really matter if you're not liked on the internet today? Throughout her career, Taylor Swift has always been open and willing to share a variety of personal details. She is cautious not to divulge too much about her parents, though. There have, nevertheless, been a few noteworthy outliers. For instance, she disclosed that her mother Andrea had cancer in a 2015 Tumblr post. She stated in her letter, "She wanted you to know the specifics of her condition and treatment plans, but I'd like to keep them private. She wanted you to know that your parents might be too busy managing their many responsibilities to visit the doctor, and that you could remind them to get checked for cancer so that it can be detected early and treated more easily. I appreciate your genuine concern for my family, which led her to ask me to share this information with you." Then, in 2019, Taylor revealed to Elle magazine that Andrea had received a second cancer diagnosis. She also disclosed that her father had experienced the illness as well. "I've had to learn how to handle serious illness in my family," the singer said in her explanation. "My mother is currently battling cancer once more after having it in both of her previous instances. I've learned from it that there are actual problems and then there are other issues. The following year, Taylor informed her fans of a worrying development regarding her mother, telling Variety that during chemotherapy, doctors found a brain tumor. "It's just been a really hard time for us as a family," she said. "I apologize for your cancer." There's no denying Taylor and Andrea Swift's close relationship. In 2020, the singer disclosed to Variety, "Everyone has an important mom, everyone loves their mom. But she's really the one who directs me." 2019 saw Taylor release the depressing song Soon You'll Get Better, which was inspired by Andrea. The chicks are featured in the song, which is from her album Lover and talks about going to the doctor with her mother. Taylor is shown in the heartfelt lyrics trying to come to terms with the idea that she might lose the person she has depended on her entire life. Although Taylor rarely performs this song live, fans have really taken to it. It's a heartbreaking track. Before the album's release, she gave an explanation in a YouTube live video saying, "We decided as a family to put this on the album and it's something I'm so proud of, but it's just really hard. I am unable to sing it. That song is difficult to simply deal with emotionally." Taylor performed Soon You'll Get Better live for a single time in 2020 at the benefit concert One World Together at Home. Speaking candidly about politics can expose a celebrity to dangers greater than just trolls waiting in the comments section. Taylor Swift avoided getting political for a good deal of her career as a public figure, and out of concern for her safety, her father insisted that she maintain it that way. However, Taylor was prepared to take the chance by 2018. "I've been reluctant to publicly voice my political opinions in the past, but due to several events in my life and in the world in the past 2 years, I feel very differently about that now," she wrote on Instagram. "My voting decisions have always been made based on which candidate I think will best defend and advance the human rights that I think every citizen of this nation is entitled to." In addition, Taylor criticized Republican Tennessee Senate candidate Marsha Blackburn while supporting Democratic candidates Jim Cooper for Congress and Phil Bredesen, Blackburn's opponent. A scene from Taylor Swift Miss Americana, a 2020 Netflix documentary, features Scott trying to talk his daughter out of posting the statement. "After reading it all, I can honestly say that I'm afraid right now. I am the one who went out and purchased armored vehicles. My dad is afraid of threats against my security and my life, and he has to see how many criminals we deal with on every day and know that this is his kid," Taylor later explained to Variety, expressing her understanding of her father's concerns. That is his place of origin. For a long time, Scott Swift has worried about the security and safety of his daughter. However, he faced a threat to his personal safety in 2020 after someone broke into his penthouse in Florida. One evening, he returned home to discover Terrence Hoover, a man living in the $4 million condo. Hoover reportedly got past the gate and security officer, entered through the emergency exit stairwell and ascended 13 stories. Hoover is said to have been repelled by Scott, who then left the area. His mother told the Tampa Bay Times that it was all a mistake, and that he shouldn't be arrested with anything more than trespassing after he was located and taken into custody. She added that he was looking for his estranged wife when he wandered into Scott's apartment by accident. In essence, Taylor Swift's beef with record executive Scooter Braun upended the entire music industry. She was enraged when he bought her whole back catalog in 2019 on Tumblr. She referred to it as her worst-case scenario. "For years, I asked, pleaded for a chance to own my work," she recalled. Swift decided to reclaim her earlier records by re-releasing them in re-recorded versions, following the sale to Braun. Later on, it became known that Scott Swift received $15 million from Braun's purchase of the back catalog. The singer's admirers were prepared to lash out at Scott for this predicament. However, it transpired that he was unaware of the agreement prior to its negotiation, and he explicitly stated as much. According to Taylor's representative, Scott, a shareholder in Big Machine Records LLC, declined to take part in a shareholders' call where he would have been asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement. He would not have been able to discuss the deal with his daughter had there been such an agreement. The representative clarified, saying, "Her dad did not join that call because he felt obligated to keep anything from his own daughter." That's all, guys. How do you feel about this tale? Please leave a comment, like and subscribe to my channel below.